carrier there, using his Q, I believe, before the engage came in. Does get punished, flash down, means potential setup for a gank going forwards. But ultimately, Alistar level 1, you're not really contesting that anyway, so not too huge of a deal. And does get access to that Hex Splash.
True. And that is,
Are we here?
in some people's opinion, mainly mine.
Are we back?
To be perfectly honest, it means you get
Sorry,
the
my
chance of all
internet
time,
is
have a really good
completely
time.
griefing me.
Should be okay. Dundun gonna deal with this wave being
Stop
perpetually
saying
shoved
pre-recorded.
towards him. Currently down 3 CS. If he manages to get all
It's
of
not
these,
pre-recorded.
So far doing all right in that department. Does have to wait for the turret to help.
We rise.
Minions and misses one of them.
Alright, what happened? What happened in draft?
But this is to be
Alistar,
expected,
Annie,
right?
Rumble?
Expecting,
Mamma mia.
the Rumble in this case.
Mamma mia.
Super Galaxy in 2 lanes, so I do like the fact that we have
the
synergy between the solo lanes. That is good.
Especially, you know, with Poby being new to the roster, I think having...
Okay, let's hope that it's fixed now. Let's hope that this doesn't happen again. Let's
You
hope.
should play the new God of War when you do variety again, Pog.
Scrims, my favorite British...
Shut up, stop throwing F, man. You're giving me a heart attack, please. Shut up.
As T1, they do find each
Like,
other, two
dude,
junglers.
I like panicked again.
Dun. Yeah, he's gonna have to flash. He's like, I'll push you away.
Okay, top no
and
flash.
Run away as fast as I possibly can. That is precisely what's gonna happen. So Zeus gets a free flash there towards the top side, where one flash apiece on both sides.
You missed the draft? I know I missed the draft.
All over the place. Gumayushi fighting with
My
You
man
missed a
got
W.
bullied with small pace so much that he decides to stream 50 times a day XDD.
Did your mic explode? No, my mic is fine, right? The bitrate is bad? Is the bitrate bad? Try refresh, try up the quality, it should be fine. Everything should be human.
Try not to cancel it again, PLSC Gil.
Everything should be human.
From Rumble. Oh, Sylvie is spotted. That's actually really big, because I think Sylvie was trying to loop round and look for
Stop
potential
spamming F, you guys are such degenerates. It's so annoying. It's so annoying. Like, guys, at least if you're gonna write F, can you write like an XCD emote as well, so I know you're trolling? Bro, you're like a hive mind. All of you just randomly started spamming it at the same time. You're all spamming it at the same time. I don't have my alert box open.
Let's go, man.
Low bitrate?
XDD EU internet.
No, the bitrate's fine. The bitrate's fine. You just have to change your settings on Twitch. Your mic is echoing. No. We invaded the LCK chat, did you?
Yeah, I think the
No, you
damage
didn't.
big,
I didn't
also
check.
just having
I didn't have
that
internet.
early movement speed means you can just run it
Aguanta el porro. Someone said hold my joint.
Also good for evading ganks. I think a lot
We
of
did? Oh, okay. Going to Berlin next week. Where should I eat? There's loads of good food places, man. Just Google them. Okay, well, top is stomping. Is Rumble balanced?
No TP on Dundun, so he's probably gonna end up missing the cannon here.
Is Rumble balanced? Will you cast Apex? Hang on a second. How is my internet problems and morning struggles made you ask me
Except a clown appear on bottom left corner instead of you.
if I'm casting Apex?
But you can see that Zeus doesn't actually use the ultimate, wants to hold on to that one in case he has to use
Dude, did you see that Rumble damage? Yeah, we're gonna focus on the game now. Hopefully the internet's fixed. Hopefully we're good.
Control in this game in the early stages.
T1 have good mid push, good bot push, they have top push, they have first Drake. Alistar lost flash, I didn't see how.
Map setups on like lane assignments.
Chat, shut up. Are they gonna fight this at Nongshim? I don't think they can, this is grief. Is it grief actually? Gumayushi is zoned.
Now we see T1 setting up for this dragon.
Yeah, Sylvie's sort of wandering in there, pretty casually as we can see. Dundun by himself towards the top side as the Rumble moves towards the mid lane. That should mean that T1
Why did they spell Faker's name weird? Shut up. Okay, nice first Drake. Good job, T1. Good job, T1.
So quite a few options. We're going to need both of us to concentrate. Me on getting Cloud Soul and you on not getting Chemtech.
I'll do my best.
Okay?
But yeah, it's actually really nicely done. The fact that Zeus, he does lose a bit of his lead in the top lane, but moving down, providing that cover in the mid lane, ensuring that Nongshim cannot contest.
Dude, I keep looking at the frames and I'm like waiting for it to crash.
And all in all,
Okay, Sejuani is moving top side.
Ocean Dragon as well, pretty impactful in the laning phase. I'd honestly say out of all the dragons,
Dude, top is stomping so hard. The nice thing about old Rumble was you could get haunting guys on first base with sword shoes and you would murder anyone who built early MR, but you can't do that nowadays. Remember, you guys remember haunting guys? That item was so nice for Rumble.
Sitting on top of the feathers.
That was the gem.
Only 300 gold in it, approximately.
Haunting guys. Dude, this chat, I hate you guys so much. You're so annoying, man. Shut up.
Looking, as far as these drafts are concerned, at more of a mid to late game aim. For Nongshim's draft, a little bit more front to back, although they do have a Kai'Sa for potential dive. You look at an Azir and you're always pretty happy to go towards the honest to goodness 5v5s. And T1, their comp does so well in the mid game. Equalizer,
there you go. Is that better?
A lot of burning people.
Is that better?
And just a lot of value you can pick up there.
They have so much lane push that they're gonna get Drake and Herald. This early game is great. They haven't got like a kill or like burnt a flash yet from what I've seen. I think Cassante flashed early in. But did owner do a full clear in the top gank and got Cassante flash? That wouldn't surprise me.
The Alistair moving up towards mid, Carrier trying to show presence there. They get the pressure towards the top side. They can take Herald.
It was 1v1.
Again, I think the state of this top lane, the fact is this is pretty consistently having Prio. They opt not
the stream is too loud.
They will get this Raptor Camp as a consolation prize, but T1
okay, there you go.
Really doing a good job constantly applying that pressure.
Someone asked me a question and I read it, but I forgot it. Someone asked me, am I eating a chicken bowl for breakfast? No. Maybe later. I don't eat breakfast these days. I don't know why. I'm just not a breakfast guy anymore. I used to be such a breakfast Andy. Always breakfast one trick. Now I'm not a breakfast Andy anymore.
Moving up, wanting to defend the potential red and the potential escape that they were going to try and make after taking it. So pretty subdued play there. It's not exactly what you want to see out of Nongshim. I think they could have probably just taken that one away with the advantage that they had. But
your stream is muted for me and my friend in Discord. Yeah, that sounds like a choice more than it does a accident. Okay, you did that on purpose. Okay.
Hold up well later in the game. I think if you fall behind, it feels so painful when you're so heavily AP. Because enemy team's able to go for like luxury MR.
I don't even know why I'm replying to that because you've got me muted, so you can't even hear me.
So T1 having the momentum here, obviously. Rough for Nongshim, the gold lead's not too big now, but I kind of want to see how this Herald is used. I do think when there's an Azir on the other side and a Shiv Kai'Sa, that taking down mid tier 1 is going to be a challenge. So I think Herald in mid probably makes the most sense.
Poby's up 1 CS.
I would agree. The old take the first Herald, put it in the mid lane, and then finish it off with the second one.
Stop saying Faker's calling you on Discord. Like, this is like been said like 15 times. How insane would that be if I was co-streaming with Faker?
At all. However, he's holding on.
Can someone ask him?
Only 10 CS is going to be the gap between these two. That is fine.
Is there like an AI Faker I can talk to?
The build is going to develop as well. For Dindon.
Well, Poby just TP'd back. No, he didn't actually. That's good.
In some way.
Sylvie's already working on his, so...
Yeah, good. You need more magic damage. When you're fully indexed in
top recovered a bit.
You just need to make sure that you can buy more magic damage.
I will say though, Abyssal Mask...
Oh, the value.
Very high value in this situation. I love that a lot of the jungle builds we've seen for tanks is just like Sunfire, Abyssal Mask, Evan Shroud. It's like Sunfire and 2 amp items.
You love to see it. Owner going to look for Sylvie here. Cease and desist is going to be available as Sylvie's just
I'm surprised he didn't ult there. I think he could have got a lot of damage done.
Could happen, but he is Cassante.
He's saving it for Drake, I think.
Those things that Showmaker says, and there's a lot of them.
Showmaker.
So many.
Yeah. So not going to opt in for it. Just going to move back towards the mid lane, and there is that Rift Herald that we were talking about. So Shelly will be able to grab that charge, unless Peter can stop it.
Peter.
It looks like she will just be able to get into position, go for that little charge. And they should be able to claim a couple of plates here as well. Poby also going to get the money. Definitely good news for T1.
Okay, static stick on Jiwoo. Man, I think Kai'Sa is such a powerful champ. In the LPL especially, Kai'Sa just looks so strong.
But we also have the Kraken Slayer up for Gumayushi. Second Drake might be a point of contention for both of these teams. We have a look
Yo,
in
Pope,
at
thanks
the
for Prime.
goals. Slight lead for Nongshim on the bottom side.
I think the internet's fixed now. No more Fs.
And the plates there as well. Obviously low in the tower help, a big thing, but also push them ahead a bit. Do feel like
what,
T1,
two plates?
They just got a reset there for Ona. He's managed to pick up the Divine Sundra.
Force of Nature Dundun first item. Holy smokers.
Honestly, I don't feel like Nongshim really have much item-wise. Obviously the Shiv.
He was clicking on the cannon, so he stood still. Why was he clicking on the cannon?
You know, Dundon's gone for this early force of nature just to try and mitigate the pressure that Zeus has in lane.
Is he going
if we do end up in a team
demonic or right eyes first? Or God, why am I yawning? You know why I'm yawning? Because I need to make a coffee. Okay, coffee. You know, I always make a double espresso and milk, but I'm not going to use ice anymore because you told me that there's bacteria in it. Because I didn't wash it for 2 years. Oh, we're fighting, huh? Oh my god, Owner just completely ended the whole fucking fight.
Dundon is burning down, needs to flash, but is going to be able to escape. And now Nongshim are looking for even more. Tibbers is going to be taken out. And T1, is there anything left in the tank?
Oh no, Owner's team fighting was so bad there. Like, if he ults there, sure, but also like the Vi, Annie, Rumble needs to be on the same turn. Even Alistar needs to get involved. Like, Owner is going way too deep. Big mistake by Owner. This was a good fight for T1. Rumble's situation is good.
The Equalizer, the Tibbers, the Alistar as well.
Like, top wave is really good for Rumble. They just need to pull the trigger on the right target together. Where's everyone else? He's going on Azir. Where's Alistar Flash?
Sees an opportunity to hit Fiesta. Goes in for it.
Oh, Keria goes on Kai'Sa. Oh. And then the ult is from Rumble is useless.
Yeah, it's just a split call. Owner and Keria trying to
both plays are good. If you Q flash Azir and as Alistar follows, good. If you combo Kai'Sa and get her flash and you reset, good. Both plays are good. But they made 2 plays there.
Made in different directions.
Yeah, oftentimes it's just about being on the same page. And I think a big factor as well was both Fiesta and Jiwoo having flashes available. I think that would have gone probably quite differently if they weren't able just to flash out of the initial engages. But yeah, definitely a bit of a mistake. And
XDD.
Trajectory, I feel, of this game definitely a bit askew now after that. Obviously, T1 could have had that second dragon. Could be
That's a big mistake, but it's not the end of the world. Like, they're still in a good spot. Like, top is in really good spot. Like, you can't push the advantage anymore, but like, Rumble's done a lot this game. I think their comp is very mid-game heavy though. They don't have that much late game. I mean, Xayah is obviously strong later on, but like, their turn is very one-dimensional, isn't it? It's like flash ult from Vi, flash ult from Annie, Rumble ult on top, flash ult from Alice, flash combo from Alistar. Like, it's just a lot of dive. So if they land their dive, it's good, but if they don't land their dive, they're gonna fucking die.
Not a whole lot of fun.
Because they're quite squishy. Like, their champs are not that tanky. Yes, Alistar is kind of it, but Alistar dies quite quick later on, especially against Kai'Sa, even though he has his ult.
Second time, yeah.
Yep. And Fiesta pushing Poby out of this lane. And looks like this
they're trading Herald for bot tier 1.
Well. Sylvie on the bottom side just means that
ooh, first tower for Azir. Does he get it even? They ran away back to mid to hold. They'll get first tower mid.
The Rift Herald in mid though, so Jiwoo not going to be defending this one by himself. They were trying to race, trying to get themselves that first.
That Herald also looks quite useless.
Shirley will easily be able to do this.
Oh, they get
also sparing the health bar. You love to see it. Sylvie moves down. Peter Hex flashing over. Zeus, he's here threatening the equalizer.
Yeah, that Herald was quite useless.
That she does manage to get that extra charge. No turret to be taken down. Outside of the outer.
Would have been nice to save, but it's not the end of the world.
A good move here for T1 to open up the map. You mentioned trying to take that mid-outer turret is potentially difficult into the Azir and the wave clear of the Kai'Sa. They're not going to be as much of an issue now because it's already dead.
Yep, good move, and now you can kind of deep push.
Why do you say F again? Shut up.
The enemy jungle and threaten those side lane towers. I feel like the pace hasn't been super fast in this game, right? Where at 16 minutes there's only been 1 kill. But you can see T1 trying to make the map movements to push the pace.
You guys are such degenerates. Shut up.
Is important for them.
Absolutely. And it's not quite the pace that we expect from this team and the swift decisions that they have made in the past.
Leander is Azir.
Definitely looks better
against Vi, Rumble, as Alistar. I feel like this is the one game where Crown I would be like, you know what, respect.
Yeah. I think the more they can slow it down and try and, you know, think together and make these decisions slowly, the better it is going to be. But I hope that they can get themselves onto the same page in these team fights as well.
And that's a big thing, because when you have a composition like T1's, it is all going to come down to those team fights. Having so many engaged tools, having the layered damage.
They got bot tower, but Azir didn't get the local gold.
Coordination is going to be key, and that's something that I'd say really has been lacking the most for this roster.
I think they need Zhonya's. They need a lot of Zhonya's, Nongshim.
Is the departure of Faker. And a little bit before that as well, you have to say.
Yeah. I think that's the thing is obviously
Shungite? Stop talking about Shungite.
Not being on the roster, there's a visible difference that everyone can see. but they...
Oh dear, there's a crash down. They do get the flash out of Poby, but the immediate Glacial Prison comes on in.
TPs. They used a lot. Oh god, they used so much on Sejuani. Oh my god, they used 3 ults for Sejuani. But Dundon doesn't even have any armor. So Dundon's griefing. Wow, they use Violed on top of an Aftershock Sejuani.
Yeah, big response there. Everyone coming in, and a lot of ults not going to be available for
Yeah,
this
like
next
Dundon's
team fight
build,
as a
that
result,
Zaya,
but
Vi, they murder him.
You know, Jiwoo and Fiesta still have theirs. Kumisi has his Blade Caller available, but a very hectic, almost rushed fight coming out. Nongshim saw the opportunity for a pick.
They wasted a lot on Annie.
We'll see a replay. Just
Yeah, Peter just misses, but I guess Poby flashes.
Engage, and then no one's actually hitting Poby here. The W
They don't really have...
was blocked by the blue buff, and then it starts to get a little bit messy. The Equalizer coming in is in a beautiful spot to cut off the rest of the team, and Dundon, yeah, a little bit
I guess Fiesta has no flash. I think if Azir had flash there, he could really cook and go on to Annie with Shuffle.
But at least, you know, he gave it his all. He went all out, it's fine. We're not going to judge Dundon. That's his first death of the game, and it has looked worse than that. The previous series, definitely an
the Azir
example.
side
There
lane.
is that Mountain Drake that we were talking about. We'll go over to T1 here as a teleport towards the top side. Poby trying to make his way up. Peter still shadowing. Hasn't really found too many opportunities, but he always seems to
I hate that
be
Annie
there,
left. It's so
which is
annoying. What a
certainly
rat.
Good news.
Die.
Yeah, I mean, right place, right time is important as a sport, but yeah, it really hasn't seen too much action. We had that early flash burn from Kerry in the laning phase, and then both teams have kind of just been trying to play the map as good as they can. Obviously, T1 does have that lead still from taking that first tower. Now with the second dragon in pocket, very nice. But still kind of feels like a very slow-paced game, which is
Yo, what's up, Team BDS?
uncharacteristic for
How are you
what we
doing?
expect of T1, but probably for the best based on recent T1 gameplay.
That's what we were kind of talking about. The slow it down, be a little bit systematic, talk things over, that sort of thing. Could be working out as Poby going to move over and grab himself his own version of the blue buff.
What the hell? Yo, dude, Shoya, thanks for the
Topside river.
39 gifted subs. Are you fucking cooked? 39 gifted? Wait. How broken is Rumble? What the fuck? Yo, Shoya, 39 gifted? Hey, can we get some pogs for Shoya? My man is gifted 3,000 subs. What a nutcase. Much love, man. I really appreciate that.
That's hands off keyboard. You're like having a drink while
You're nuts. How did... Dude, Zeus just one-shot him. I feel like Rumble... What is Rumble percentage MR shred on his E? They don't know the number? Isn't it like 30%? 20%? 40%? Something like that? 40% MR shred on E. That's nuts, no?
But took a lot more damage than I think Dundon was banking on to get Zeus low there.
Yo, Shoya, much love. Everyone, poke Shoya. You're nuts.
Into a Rumble as well feels real bad. And we're gonna have a look
Like his MR shred, especially when Cassante ults, like he just dies.
As the Equalizer went wide, and I was thinking, oh, that is a fair bit of value. But it you know.
Oh my god.
Really matter.
Yeah.
Rumble.
What did he mean by the flash?
You know, I think he just wanted to show he's really trying. He put everything into it. He went all out.
Ah, that does make sense. That does help with my immersion. For him being Cassante, you know?
It feels like a very Dundon move, if I'm going to be honest. You know, some players would just accept, right, I don't think I'm winning this, I'll save the flash. But Dundon's like, no.
Fiesta's playing well this game. Side lane is here.
Everything? Would I have... No, you wouldn't have won.
Yeah.
But it's a learning experience. So the next time he looks for an all-in, probably soon.
Ooh,
oh my god.
Flash pulverize onto Sylvie. He's looking to try and run his way out.
Fuck?
It's a decent Magnet Storm, but no follow-up here from Peter. As Blade Caller is going to do a lot of damage. Owner is just dead once again, though. As Carrier finds
I mean, they probably... Oh my god!
Look at the AoE and look
Zeus is carrying.
He's just back in, destroying everyone. Zeus, this is the guy that we missed from last week. Where have you been? Oh, it doesn't matter. We're just glad that he's back. That is going to be
I don't know what Carry and Owner are doing this game, but the rest of T1 is here. Like, Guma Zeus is like, fuck this, I'm not losing to noobs.
This Rumble champion's pretty good.
Yeah, looking pretty strong. And I'm going to be real. T1 still looking like they have some issues with coordination. The team fights. Owner just going way too deep. But they
Owner
have
is,
their secret weapon,
I mean...
which is Zeus just pressing his buttons.
What was that burst damage? Was it a pullback?
Pretty solid, yeah. ends up being like a bit of a scattered.
Like he's ulting an aftershock Sejuani.
So deep here in the situation. Looks positive for Nongshim at first with this equalizer on top of the Alistair combo.
Oh my god, with a pullback.
Oh,
Jesus, man. Rumble Zaya carrying so hard.
Tibbers, right? On top of the
No, it wasn't the Tibbers.
On top of the flame spitter.
Poby wasn't even there.
And everything. Was there a blade caller there as well, or was that just the 2 AP? I don't know. It was a large amount.
There was no Tibbers.
Okay,
Yeah, it was the feather pull. The Tibber was actually on the Azir.
Yeah, so it was the blade caller. The
Jesus, man.
Combo.
And look, this was a tried and true one from back in the day. As Poby may die here. I think that it's going to be...
Don't go in, don't go in, don't go in, don't go in. Please, we have no Rumble TP.
From Nongshim. Often when teams reset, they get a
Okay,
Baron, they come back
owner
out,
carrier,
they
chill
try
out.
and set up all the waves, maybe a bit wide, and Nongshim just find an opportunity where Poby's walking up solo. This will really delay T1's ability to push and make things happen with this Baron. They might even go for this tier 2 here, get an objective bounty as well.
Can they get this? Wow, this was really insane by Nongshim. They might get... I don't know, Drake seems too much.
That is going to mean a negative Baron power play. Keeping their heads on their shoulders. Nongshim here, really nice.
I don't think this Drake is doable.
Come on over and scry them. And is it going to mean that we equalize
Maybe
the
they fight anyway.
Well? Zeus is here. Okay, that's
oh, that was a really...
They want to try and take him down, but Kerry is there to defend Jiwoo.
Whoever goes in first loses.
Now Sylvie, nothing he can do against Zeus and Owner, but mainly Zeus. Poby's going to teleport in, avoids the Q from Dundon there quite nicely, finds himself a little bit of a cone there.
Zeus just one-shot them.
Is by himself, and there's not a whole lot that he's going to be able to do. He could have
170 gold for Cassante. What the hell?
From the pigeon, and
whoa, he got out.
Going to be enough. And he just heads towards the top side of the map. Peter will probably die. Does avoid the Vault Breaker though, so he can say that
nice,
he at least had that one.
Get out of there, Peter.
Actually some more money going over to Nongshim. Magnus Storm comes in. Owner is trying to kill him, and he will be
I thought he would
able
live
to
with
do
Flash, but he didn't flash the Q, I guess.
Very close.
Yeah, not too bad there from Peter. I think you can say that he almost got him.
He went all out. Dundon didn't this time.
No.
I thought with Flash he's fine.
Thankfully, Peter had his back. That's what you expect from your teammates. If you can't go all out, make sure you have someone there who can.
Yeah, and again, this was good play from Nongshim, just catching Poby, kind of disrespecting, pushing up with Baron.
Trying to support AD is a bit late here, but they were pushing mid.
But, you know, the theory of this play isn't too bad. Kill Zeus immediately so you can't one-shot your team, but the follow-up just isn't there, you know. We see Dundon
Owner Q Flash ult was clean there on Kai'Sa.
Fiesta isn't near enough
Clean,
to get the damage
clean.
down. And this is a 2-carry composition. You really need them hitting a
What is
target
going on the map?
go down quickly.
As Carrier taking a bit of damage here towards the top side, but he will just remove them from the area. Zaya's going to be able to take down. Okay. Just sometimes you want to press your equalizer button. You know, have you ever had that feeling where
He has. Look at his ult cooldown. He's level 16 and he's in a base, so he ults top just to chunk him and ult the wave, and he bases Void Staff. By the time he comes out, his ult's up. Fair enough, to be honest.
Night Harvester as well as that Demonic Embrace and a Void
Fair
Staff.
enough.
Yes, I'd try to avoid Zeus, I think.
Yeah, I think part of the issue as well is that, again, Nongshim have a
Fair enough.
two-carry composition.
Dude, this is unbelievable by Zeus, man. He's dunking on them.
On top on one of those carries, and then you have a one-carry composition.
That is true, and that is half the carries gone.
Yep. And then they still have like Alistair, they still have like Annie.
Yeah.
Then there is zero-carry composition.
Yes. That would, yeah. As soon as Jiwoo then dies as well, then, yeah.
Turbo Shocker Locker. Oh my god, he's just spamming ult to poke them.
And that is the wave taken down as well, so that means the T1 able to sit up next to this turret. They will be able to take that one down.
Ult spam to
Baron
poke.
left remaining. That one's going to be up again in 2 minutes time. 3 minutes on Mountain
This Rumble is so fed.
T1.
You don't really think of Rumble as a poke champion, but
Welcome to the game today. Yeah, we'll play a little bit.
Sometimes you just drop bearding.
I'm starting to understand the game now.
Equalizer can be used very, very, you know, it's got a lot of different uses.
A lot of flexibility. I also like the fact that we're seeing like the
I understand the game.
early Void Staff. Well, not super early, but the Void Staff coming out from Zeus. We did talk about how it was, how obviously there was a decent amount of
20,000 damage dealt.
T1 have an AP solo in as well. Have a decent
What
amount of AP
the
solo
hell?
stuffs in case, you know, in situations like Dundon opting for that early Force of Nature.
He's like 80%, 70% of his team's damage.
Yeah. For a second, that's a lot.
That is a lot. It's more than double the next guy on the list. It's pretty good. I'd say that Zeus is probably in pretty good position for a POG. I don't get a vote, so I don't necessarily
Sorry,
know.
excuse me. Did you finish Doki Doki? Yeah. Did you finish the Parable game? Shut up.
I don't have any qualification when it comes to
But we
voting.
can judge of what you would have
The
voted.
game had no
I
ending.
would've
What the
voted
fuck?
Zeus here.
Voted for Zeus.
Yeah, I think
Where
that's
was the
pretty
ending of that
solid. I
game?
think that's a good vote.
It's not too bad. I mean, it took a lot of thinking to get there.
4-level lead as well. They're just really confirming that Zeus is the right vote. You know, sometimes it's a bit contentious as to who's going to be the POG. They're just really solidifying he is that guy.
Yeah, they're hammering it home. This is like the did you watch the game test? Because if you don't vote for Zeus in this one, then you didn't watch the game. As Nongshim now waiting under their inner turret here towards the top side. It's not over until it's over, but it's pretty close to over, is where I'm at. There's another equalizer. It really likes Fiesta. The equalizer really a big fan of the Pigeon. Down to 50% right now.
Alistar no flash.
And of course, I don't know whether we necessarily would have liked it if he did, because you can't just throw harpoons,
You know,
equalizers.
I didn't get to see if that was Carrier's Hex Flash or his actual flash.
It was actual flash.
I think it's the same thing though.
Well, he did kind of Hex Flash. If it was a Hex Flash in the wall and then Q, not a big deal. But if he did just flash into the wall and Q, not great. But probably not going to have a huge impact in this game, but not ideal. But yeah, I think that's the thing. You just like it has the same noise. So if you weren't specifically looking,
yeah, true.
But I do think it might have actually been.
There is a 4 levels up top laner on the enemy team.
I missed it.
There is a level 17 Rumble on my screen.
It's fine. To me, it never happened.
He's like a he's just
less health than Zeus, which is a bit sad. He's about to get Flame Horizoned as well,
and he's 4 levels down.
And 1.5 items.
No, he's all 14 now. 3 levels not the end of the world. Well, it's still the end of the world. This game's lost.
Quite large is what we're trying to illustrate here.
This game is lost.
I think T1
like that,
also have.
You know that TFT set where you'd have like the mecha and you get like the.
Yeah, that was the last one, right? Yeah. That is Zeus. And he's also got a relatively mecha skin as well. Also, he's
guys, I'm gonna go pro in Rocket League. I decided, yeah.
There is, we got some flashes flying in. There's a headbutt pole onto Sylvie. He's trying to get himself out of their Magnet Storm. They just dive on top of the Rumble. This time
Zeus is dead. Well, T1's engages are blowing my fucking nutsack.
And Nongshim, they've managed to find so much of the damage. Like 50% of the game's damage is now dead. Can they actually take this Baron, though, is the question.
It's Guma time.
Left remaining onto T1. Carrier uses his Unbreakable Will, but the Baron, they are still taking it down. Owner in the area, but there it is. The Baron's going to be taken. They get the Feather Storm.
Oh, Guma outplayed Fiesta. Fiesta's going to die. It's Kai'Sa who has to carry.
To get the autos in, but it's Jiwoo that locks it down. The Supercharger comes forward, and now Gumayushi's in trouble.
Oh my god, they threw. They threw the game!
Win the team fight. Owner, can he escape? I don't know whether he's going to be able to. No volts to break.
Zeus has TP in 5. They should know that Rumble TP, they should run.
Hex Flash going to get him back towards his jungler.
They're going to get Soul, I think, here. T1.
3 in the end. So honestly, it's even, but the Baron goes to Nongshim.
Yeah, it's going to be Soul, though, it looks like, for T1, unless he can get back there in time. But here, just, yeah, not the best play. Poby super slow with a flash. They opt to go on the Sejuani, not a great call. And then Nongshim spot Zeus. They take the Rumble out of the equation. The Equalizer only gets Peter.
Zeus was way too split.
Yeah, T1 still trying to contest without the Rumble. We do see moments like Gumayusi avoiding.
Oh, he didn't steal it.
Really nice.
Sejuani tried to steal the Drake, but he didn't get it.
And honestly, I feel like if he had more mana, he would have cleaned up this whole fight.
No, I agree. It was also definitely slightly scary.
Wow, Kai'Sa got so much gold that fight. She got the kill on Rumble and the 1k gold on Xayah. What's Oh, Kai'Sa to spot the Rabadons. Hey, mama.
But it is still a 3,000.
The Mountain Soul will help a lot against this
Caedrel, I took
Kai'Sa.
an edible, and it said, can I pulse have a kiss or a lullaby?
And Jiwoo's also got a really cool
Caedrel, I took an edible and it hit. Please can I have a kiss or a lullaby?
His Kai'Sa is quite large.
There you go.
We actually haven't seen T1 pick up much magic resist.
Someone donated 5 euros and said, have been watching your appearance on the Yamato podcast, waiting for you to go live. Equal parts funny and size entertaining. Love when you pretend to be a human and not a rat. You are very good at it.
And when the only magic resist
what do you mean when I pretend to be a human and not a rat?
Treads, that's not really magic resist item, you know?
Yeah.
That was a long podcast.
fitting the bill.
And especially when you have triple mountain, like any magic resist item you buy
is so much more effective, yeah.
Yeah, so not too sure about that decision coming out from the side of T1, but the extra shield will help against the Kai'Sa poke. Obviously refreshing when you're out of combat for a bit. But Nongshim trying to make the most and finally break that tier 1 mid, which has been up for such a long time.
No,
Kai'Sa poke is bonkers right now. Look at Alistar HP. I guess this Cassante is just one shot.
He does manage to find a Q. Equalizer going to get
How did
Cassante?
Oh, it's fine.
Oh, that's how I do it. I just try not to get hit by all of the buttons.
It took him 5 deaths, but he's learned it now.
Exactly. Normally it takes 7.
This Kai'Sa is so scary, man.
There we go.
She also has stopwatch up. No flash, but stopwatch is big in this game. But Mountain Soul, I will say T1 got kind of lucky. If this was Chemtech, Cloud, Ocean, they were screwed. Mountain Soul is stopping so much of this Kai'Sa power.
I have 5 times more experience now of dying in awkward situations to learn from.
Yeah, it's like when you're in science class in school and you just like drop things in chemicals or mix them up. And you're like, oh, yeah,
Zeus is really close to Rabadons, he must be.
Yeah.
He's been on that needlessly large rod for about 5-6 minutes.
Let's go, man.
And it's getting some good conclusions.
And if you leave the class and your face hasn't melted off, then it was a good class.
Well, I think Dundan's face melted quite a few times.
Ooh, is that why he purchased the Abyssal Mask? To hide his melted face?
Might work quite well.
Yeah.
This Cassante is full MR, he has a tiny bit of armor, but...
Abyssal Mask removes like a flat amount of magic resist, so...
Well, actually, like, look at his items. He's got gloves, he's got the hazmat suit, Force of Nature,
Happy birthday,
he's got
Pedro.
the mask now, and he's got the gumboots. He is well and truly protected.
Yeah.
He could go into space.
Is it a full suit with the Force of Nature?
Ah, this is so funny.
He's wearing any pants.
Well, it's a robe. Well, and you just can't see the fact that it comes with.
Although, to be fair, it does build out of the...
Why does he build
winged plates, whatever.
Yeah, winged moon plate.
It builds out of pants. How can you not build pants when it builds out of pants? You're going to knit those pants into a top? No.
Maybe.
There's the Rabadons.
No, I mean, it is creative. You just turn the legs into arms, I guess.
Alright, the Rumble is broken again. It's been a while, but he's back.
Way to make that one work. We can see the goal difference over time here has moved back towards Nongshim somewhat. But T1, they still have themselves. Soul, 4,000 gold lead. The game still...
Kai'Sa's getting close to Zonya's. Don't think there's any big spikes left other than Void Staff Azir.
Yeah,
I think Dundun needs armor though. He bought a clothy, but he needs way more.
You know what? I'm just starting to feel like it might come down to an Elder flip.
I'm just...
God, Static Shiv is so obnoxious, isn't it?
In the back of my mind, talking about this item that's really good. That allows you to go golden and avoid damage.
Jackie Love.
Quite some time as we're going to check out Jack.
That one.
As Jiwoo is just...
he used it and bought Zonya's. Giga Chad.
The value out of your stopwatch by looking
Giga Chad.
in the fountain
it's
before turning it into a Zonya.
Haha.
It's so unnecessary, and yet he does it. You know?
It's so
Style
good.
points though.
So good.
It was
Style
just
points.
to demonstrate your point.
Yeah. And imagine having a composition that only has magic damage and he doesn't have to build voice.
Well, this guy says 6 items, no elixir though. Elixir of Sorcery would be ultimate use. Now it's, oh my god, that's true Mountain Soul.
Ona now has the pants that can turn into Force of Nature. But he's only got the pants.
Yeah, now they're starting to build some magic resist. So T1 got
It's all on Kai'Sa.
Yep.
But 20 seconds on Baron and
If you can poke them down before this Baron or Elder.
I don't think you get to complete those items.
The poke is so important. No Zonya's on Rumble though.
And I think that we'll see. T1, 10 seconds until this Baron is going to spawn. Elder in 1 minute time.
Yo, if he procs passive on Guma now. Ay, mama.
Will find Gumayushi, who needs more than a Hex Drinker, I think. Just
Mountain Soul will come back though, and Red Buff will regen him, so it's like kinda fine.
Finds a bit of a stun onto Ona. Poby looking for a flank angle. Sundisk.
Poby. Whoa, he's ulting. Ah! He's trading Alistar ult. Is that worth it? Interesting. You lose Radiant Virtue value.
Zeus is the scary one. They do need to pay attention, but Gumayushi, if they are
Poby is hide on bush.
trying to take down Zeus, Gumayushi will kill all of them. So it's a difficult
Jiwoo might get fucked here.
Okay, Owner is going to press that cease and desist button. They look for the backline as
Well,
Jiwoo's
Poby got
going
one
to
shot, but
survive.
Fiesta's
They
dead
take
too.
down Poby. Fiesta just barely goes golden to buy a few extra seconds.
That's Baron for T1.
And Jiwoo gonna have to go
They need to
back
reset,
here.
go bot side, TP back in and
Move
fight
back
this
towards
Drake.
the Baron. They don't have their mid laner, but I mean that's
But the
gonna be
Baron is
state
not
of
that
this
big of a
team for the
deal.
last little while, and they will be able to
It's
take
the Elder
Baron
that really
here. They can
matters.
now move over towards the Elder
So what does
Drake as
T1
well
have?
as
They have no-
Nongshim
their
are
ult should be back up.
setting themselves to try and have a defense
Yeah, Fiesta is up about 6 seconds after Poby. They both have teleport, but that might be the difference maker. Elder's going to be the big one, the Baron. You know,
Why did Kaiser W the blue?
But I feel like it's not going to play that much.
This is all that matters now. T1 need to win this fight. Alistair ult is back, but there's no Sejuani ult. Okay, there's Alistair ult. Dundun needs a base in TP. T1 could look to finish. Sylvie's dead though. Yeah, it's big. T1 win. T1 win. Yeah, GG. Alright, well, that was a fucking scuffed ass game.
They will be able to put together the Exodia if they would like to, but instead I think
that was a scuffed ass game. T1's engages suck.
You know what? They get the win in the end.
Their engages really suck. Poby was a bit of a spectator this game. Owner made some mistakes. But top AD just carried and gapped so, well, not so hard because Jiwoo did well, but Kuma did really well.
He's going to use this one wave. There's the pulverized. Carrier goes for the flash forward. Dundun burning down. Tibbers running after him in mecha form there as well. As the equalizer is going to be thrown down on top of Fiesta again, much like it has all game long. He gets to the fountain, but the next
it
can't get there. It will be
T1 won. Now can they win the next game? That's all that matters. Just win the next game and pray for Faker's comeback. It's the T1 strat right now. Because it's fucking depressing for them, I imagine.
Definitely mistakes. I think goes without saying. I think if you compare this to what we've expected of T1 over the last couple of years, it would be a disappointing performance.
T1 looks so unbeatable.
Benchmark them based on the recent series. Yeah, this was better. You know, Zeus was looking a lot more on form. There were still some issues with the coordination.
No Faker. No Faker in the water views.
I think, Zeus, if he
what is this chat writing?
It doesn't really matter who else is there.
Unban me.
You saw what happened. Like, Nongshim managed to get a team fight purely because they picked it. They managed to do that, and they potentially had a shot, but they had to use so many resources in order to.
What do you want from me?
Have a look at the damage once again. Gumayushi towards the end of the game was able to get a fair bit in there, but that 31k for Zeus. I think he's got MVP written.
What do you want from me?
If I was to have a look at the website afterwards,
shouldn't they go look to sign another mid?
I reckon it's pretty safe.
Nah, there's no point signing on the mid. I think they should maybe sign a mid for Worlds. Yeah, if they make Worlds, having a spare mid would be useful. I think for some of the, especially if they have to go through planes, right?
That's where my money's at.
Especially if they have to go through planes.
When we get back, the space, and then game number 2.
Owner and carrier is weird. Yeah, it is weird.
To sing the Anivia jungle.
I think it'd be a Nivea jungle, not Quinn jungle.
Yeah, it'd be a Nivea jungle. It'd have to be. That way, that if you die, the Brambleback then has to kill an egg as well. It gets very frustrated doing that. Sometimes loses interest and runs away. That's not what happens.
What the hell?
As Nautilus.
Stop saying F.
Locked in here for Nongshim. So solo lanes.
T1 first picked Azir.
On the table for Nongshim, and T1 looking for a jungler.
Faker is co-streaming? No, he's not.
Unless Zeus wants to do some Birdle things towards the top lane, but I highly doubt it.
Yeah, and I think T1
no, he's
already
not.
have 2 carries that are pretty hard to pin down.
Remember to swap Wi-Fi?
The Vi and the Nautilus means,
yeah, I will.
You know, the Azir in particular is going to have a time if they can get on top of him.
Really?
But very much it's like Nongshim have the dive threat, the engage potential. So the T1 don't have that. The Rakan obviously provides.
Oh, he's with Wolf.
Carries and peeling backwards. We do see
on Africa TV.
No surprise really. The Rumble band away.
Yeah.
And T1 are going to start to hammer away at the mid lane pool and limiting Fiesta's options. You know, LeBlanc being taken off the cards. Remember, we are still on patch 13.12.
Debated.
Is still
debated. Sejuani Rumble bends.
Let's see what else they have to go for. So Sejuani taken away. In terms of the jungle, there's still like Maokai available, I guess is probably the big one left for T1. And then on the other side, in terms of mid laners,
Renekton.
The Renekton ban.
So it could be we allow Dundun have counter pick, or Fiesta could hide his pick until later. That is not how it's going to go.
Interesting.
Is heading towards the
Wolf, dude. Wolf's thing is Wolf official. Wolf official. Or Nocturne.
Interesting enough, you've seen a lot of Veigar into the Azir coming out.
Why are you guys being such degenerates?
The thing is, with the rest of Nongshim's comp, like, the comp of Nongshim wants to be diving in, playing.
Why are you guys being such degenerates?
Do it, Dundun. Don't be scared.
Trundle top.
The lane Trundle to eat the resistances.
No, he's not gonna do it. He's gonna go in.
He's nodding.
He's gonna do it! Trundle top! Trundle top! Alright, I'm gonna run ads. If you wanna avoid ads, use your Twitch Prime or Tier 1. Let's get into the Trundle top. But his pillar is just gonna get killed by Ornn, isn't it?
For last game, right?
yeah.
This is about, hey, you played Rumble into me. I'm getting the counter matchup this time. And hopefully
He's just gonna get his pillar killed.
Into the Nocturne. Nocturne's not really gonna do much pre-6.
What the hell?
Yeah.
So I fully expect
You can pillar the ult.
Top, level
Pillar me
3,
too if you want.
killing Zeus, and
Alright,
doing
let me
a
check if
100
Uber
again
Eats
and
has
again until
breakfast.
Trundle can't be stopped. Now, I think Trundle
Bro, Uber
might
Eats
have
is
a bit
dog
of a
shit.
rough time in
Just
some of these
rename it
team
from
fights.
Uber
You know,
Eats to
Zaya
Uber
and
Burgers,
Azir,
because that's all that's
very
on this
hard
fucking
to cap
website.
those onto when you don't have a dash.
Why is it just burgers? Uber
You know,
Burgers.
regardless,
Where's my dude?
I like that they're trying something different.
Na 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 na.
Obviously on the noodles.
Yeah, I saw
I
you did
missed.
that. It was-
Yeah.
I was
Time Caedrel, I will miss the whole game.
Often the player who brings
No,
out
you
the spicy
won't.
picks, but Dundon as well. Remember, this is the guy who played 80 LeBlanc top before shit LeBlanc was a thing.
ooh, I found one, I found one.
he was
I
not
found one, it's
afraid,
called
and
Starbucks.
He's never afraid.
to run out of fear. Just does not have any of it. He's now
Oh,
just
let's
going
go,
to
man.
subjugate this Ornn over and over again.
XDD.
There is a lot of late game strength here
Yep.
for T1. The early game, the laning phase went very well in the last game. They just needed to shore up the late game, so why not? Just pick the most godly scaling composition that you can think of.
Yo,
Not
Sand
your Red
Moon
Force,
Boy
however,
and Hackdown, thanks
relatively
for the
short
subs and the
range, But
resubs.
they do have some possible coordinated attacks.
They
See how
do
it goes. We are on to the
sandwiches.
rift.
Talk, let's go, man.
XDD.
T1 is fighting. Nongshim is also fighting, yeah.
Alrighty. Firstly, I do have to say, congratulations to Owner for picking the correct skin.
Okay, Trundle
One of
top
the few
with
champions
Ghost,
that just has the
Grasp.
correct skin.
Inter.
That is exactly it. Dundon, of course.
What the-
Oh no, it is now Dundon with like the best, most spammable deck.
Hey!
That's
That's BM.
Bro!
I know the Duskbringer
Owner
has
check.
like, cute little ghosties going woo out of the ground, which is really, really cool.
Okay, I think I've
on
got
this
my drink
particular
now.
Skin, which is the only correct skin that you can play on Nocturne. But hitting Dundon while he's doing a moat spam
boom,
at the beginning
ordered.
of the game, that
Fantastic.
is not on. That is illegal. That is not allowed.
Wait, I'm not sure Guma even noticed. Like,
No, I don't think he did. I think he was.
Okay, we're good to go.
He's having a look and seeing what is his garlic.
I didn't get my
Yeah.
epic pen out. Let's go game
I'm not
focus
sure.
now, because it's actually interesting for
what
once.
Yoshi's garlic
No, it's
is.
normally interesting, but you know what I mean.
Still hear that
It's
laugh.
more interesting.
Yeah.
This is about doing
he's
mental
found
damage to Zeus.
He's found a different brush to do it in there. He's like, I can't get hit
Ooh.
by this Nocturne.
Do you like Nocturne in this draft?
Is going to be a little bit sad about being hit by a baleful strike. Oh,
And
and
again.
another one. Oh dear.
Get a stack every time you
No.
hit.
Yeah.
I don't like Nocturne in this draft.
And more against champions. Pretty sure.
Oh, that one didn't hit.
Okay, so there we go. Kobe getting
Okay,
his
so-
eye and figuring out how to get this one done.
Trundle's passive is actually kind of underrated in lane. He gets percent health from things that die,
Keystones are concerned. A few scorches,
which is kind of juice.
Yeah, not particularly.
Especially on Nash, when you
I kinda
smite,
just
when
wanna
like
see
Nash gets smite
What's
and
going
it
on with
dies,
top
you get
lane
like
matchup?
2k
Because
HP.
the Trundle
It's ridiculous
should
if you have W.
Super strong, like level 2.
Yep.
And just very strong on the
His
early
grasp.
trades.
I wonder. Oh my
Does
god, that
not
hook.
find the
That would have been a
That would have
flash.
been big, honestly. That would have definitely been Summoner's Burn if that had connected. So, Nongshim again having the priority here.
So he's gonna build
Not
like
be able to
Titanic
do much with it.
Hydra.
Ooh, pretty amazing.
Is he gonna build Sundra, Hydra, Spirit Visage, Frozen Heart or something degenerate like that,
Yeah,
I
it's
guess?
actually,
I don't know.
Really did surprise me. I believe this is actually our first Trundle that we've seen so far.
Blade?
As, yeah, it was a long time ago.
SKT Thal.
Win.
Bro, I
on
played
the
against
Trundle
fucking Thal in
into
2018,
the Cho'Gath.
2017.
You know,
2018, there we go.
Thal and
remember that
Mushin. Do you guys remember Mushin from Flash Wolves?
Was that when you could QSS Trundle ult still?
I mean, that was, so Tal was actually named after Trundle.
Wow.
He was so
You guys remember
dedicated,
Flash Wolves
to
Mushin?
playing this champion that he named himself after.
Oh boy.
So
Good
there we
times.
go.
Did you
Bit of
win?
trivia there
Yeah,
for
beat
you
them
for
3-1 in the best of 5.
2018
Rats.
SKT. But we'll
With
see
Magic
whether
Felix.
it is going to be the same as the Cho'Gath matchup. Because once Subjugate comes in, like, it's
Why are
gonna
you guys
be
writing
quite-
cope?
Appreciate
It's
that
not
was
like
when
it's going to
Cho'Gath
happen. It
was
did
super
happen,
broken
pussy.
as well, and like he would walk up to your AD carry and ult them for like
Yeah,
their
they
entire
just
health
die.
bar.
Yeah.
So kind of makes sense. That was a meta when Trundle was vibing.
Was Magic Felix good?
Having a good time.
Like,
Yeah,
Magic Felix in
but
scrims was good. When you play against him on stage, you're playing against an NPC at half the time, in my opinion.
Just to ult and get so much resistance.
Like, he just did nothing. He just farmed.
Giving away skull crabs as well.
Oh my
I mean, in
goodness.
scrims he was good.
Okay,
But on stage, that guy was just farming.
Picked it just because it's got a new skin and he wanted to play with it.
Perhaps.
Like, you get a creep, he gets a
Ona
creep.
Is now just going to see.
You trade on him,
Scuttler
he
goes
runs
down,
away.
And he is going to go back. It's going to mean that two
sad.
Scuttles go over to Nongshim. All the shellfish for the broth.
His farming was
Be
good, though.
absolutely fantastic. As Rakan on a bit of a tear at the moment.
A lot of winning.
Yeah.
And we kind of talked about this a bit.
I think I
how it
played
feels
Galio
like
into his
having
Oriana.
a lot of engage options
I think I took like 2 auto attacks in the whole lane. Or was it? I don't remember.
Those and Rakan, very reliable engage.
Ooh, Fiesta is quite low. As is Kobe, as we've got another hook
Ooh, a
going
2v2
wide.
kill.
There's a flash out from Jiwoo.
Oh, he's dead.
The flash forward though, and
Well
Kerry
played.
is going to lock
The
down
E-flash from
that
Guma was
first
scuffed, but
blood. Deserved for this Rakan that has such a high win
bot
rate
gap
at the
inbound.
moment. And T1 coming back into form here towards the bottom lane at least.
I'm not sure how that play started off because Jiwoo seemed super
Your LCK stream is
overextended
delayed.
there. I've messed up.
Yeah, it was. What
already.
the fuck?
Being the summoner, don't die. But
How was
now
it so
I'm
delayed?
beating both summoners
There
and
we go.
dying,
Fixed.
Which is less ideal.
Yeah, I would put that well and truly firmly in the cons column there. Not the greatest
Stop
day
spamming
for Jiwoo thus
FF.
far.
That you guys
Positioning
love
at the
that
very
emote now,
beginning of the
FDDing.
fight,
Shut up.
also not exactly ideal. Fiesta, though, he is
Just
having
looks
a
like you
good
guys are like
time.
popping
Goes down
stopwatch. I don't know. It's so
the
annoying.
Spatula Cage. Particular skin.
Just
Do
shut
like
up.
it. The Fury Horn, I believe it is.
Uh-oh.
As Owner is just going to flash on top
Is he
of
dead?
Fiesta. He's going to have to
No.
flash the wall. Does get feared.
That's super worth though.
Is gonna
So
be
the
able to
idea
keep
there
himself
is
alive, but
Azir
still,
level
that is
6.
flashed down now.
That means
to me.
Veigar's dead.
What's that?
Level 6 from Azir
That's a
into
good plan.
flashless, immobile champion.
Oh dear.
That's a pretty easy one. Owner's going to be level 6 soon as well.
Yeah,
There's no
that's
way
a
that
big
I'm
old
witnessing
knockup
this guy
as
gets...
Dindin, yeah, going to get thrown back on, and that is the Brittle, and he well and truly goes down. No level 6 available for the Trundle. Zeus just solo kills him. The counter pick not working so far.
Yeah, see, I don't know too much on the recent patch about the Trundle versus Ornn matchup.
Bro.
So, you know, I'm not 100% certain that it isn't supposed to go this way.
I
But
think
I'm
it's
gonna hedge
open.
a bet and say probably not.
Yeah, I would,
Probably not what Dundon intended when he picked the Trundle was to get solo killed at level 6 by an Ornn.
I don't
It's
know
open.
whether that was that wasn't the goal. I don't think.
Maybe it was though. Maybe Dundon locked it in and was
Why
like,
did that
"You know
look
what?
so easy?"
I will get solo killed level 6, but it'll be worth it.
Yeah, then
So
I'll carry.
Let's keep our eyes on it.
The more resistances Zeus builds up, the more powerful Dundon becomes when he finally is able to actually press R.
Exactly.
There we go.
Yeah, I think this is just a matter of disrespecting level 6, because if Dundon had level 6 here, he'd
didn't even get the auto on the W, right?
As well. Tries to interrupt the ult.
Oh, another 2v2 kill bot. I mean, these side lanes are just getting murdered.
Okay, I know a lot more about Zaya Kaiser.
Yeah.
It's not supposed to go this way.
Ah.
Generally not positive. So...
Sylvie was here, and maybe Jiwoo just got a little bit frisky.
And you know, we looked at...
Okay, well, it is the last place team in the LCK. They were competitive last time they played against T1, but now they're getting absolutely murdered.
And then game 2 had been a bit better.
Yeah.
And it's kind of feeling that way right now.
Who does T1 play
I'd
against
say
next?
that
That's what I was
this
looking
is
at before I got
well and
ganked by
truly in
Door.
a bit better territory.
That's-
We're going to play against Damwon on Sunday. Oh,
not a
shit.
perfect game pace.
Oh, oh, hell no.
Whenever he would like to, until that's on cooldown, I think we're not too worried, as we're going to see another grand entrance land and Jiwoo just explode. But
yeah, just really good play, kind of showing, you know, if you don't have the summoner.
Oh, hell no.
Well, I actually think this is a big thing. Opting to rush the Shiv and not go tier 2 boots.
Now that's
going to
be a banger.
With your E, it makes it so much easier to run out the Rakan W if you have that extra movement speed.
Match of
I
the
actually think that
frauds.
might have been a difference maker in this situation. And I
Bro, what is
honestly think
this?
early
This
boots
Channel's
pickup
actually
against
building
Rakan
Blade,
super
but
impactful.
I feel like Orange is going to kill him before he gets it.
Jiwoo not opting for the boots, gets locked down there, and that's another death. 2,000 gold lead, just shy of it already for T1.
yeah, this is just massive. And they're
Wait, what time does that series start? It starts at 8 AM. Oh my god, half the chat won't be here.
Peter finds himself a big old dredge line. Zeus is just
Zeus?
fighting by himself, though, as Jiwoo dives in.
Okay, they got one.
And Paranoia comes down. They will be able to get towards that back line.
Oh, he
As
got
over
out.
the wall goes Sylvie, and now Ona just in here by himself. They do manage to get the pullback onto the Trundle,
Yeah,
and that
GG.
is 2 kills here for T1 in response. They are still trying to get on top of this Vi.
Poby poke champ. Oh, carrier, sweeper. Carrier! The solo bolo.
What? Hello?
Look into the shop, maybe a bit too much. Carrier gonna take that kill, and a much better game from him, who has had a rough couple of weeks, and honestly, even a rough game one.
Okay, guys, you've got a new emote. You've got a new emote.
Yeah, Sylvie choosing to back there.
XPP Chomik.
I would say 3,000 gold is now the lead for T1. However, Nongshim have saved the perfect game situation that they were in. It's not going to happen, but 1 kill away from it is still a shellacking in my book.
Holy shit.
Yeah, so Deus really feeling himself on the Ornn here. He's like, I've got backup, I've got a Nocturne on my team, but Nongshim getting there first, and with the Trundle as well, this one goes down super fast. We see Owner flying, trying to take out the Vi. It seems like maybe an overextended ice play, but Nongshim like, nah, we need to get
well
out.
played, Poby, nice play.
Coming. We get a layered CC. Carrier tries to chase forwards to get
it's a hamster rat.
But yeah, Nongshim are just trying to dip.
You know the hamster you guys saw last week?
I just don't understand.
That's what it is, combined with Chomik, combined with XPP. It's a creation. It's the Frankenstein of XPPs.
If I can't see it, it can't hurt me.
True. Now he has the information that in fact it can.
It can. And especially, I think if you're playing against a Nocturne, that's a very bad mindset to have.
It's very true. As Dinan up here towards his top side puts down the fasty hitty ground.
Why you guys right? My existence bothers me. You have forsaken me. Dude, shut the fuck up.
It's an interesting skin, this one.
Lil bro ate the hamster last week. No, I didn't.
Direction, you know, like a bit of that cell-shaded vibe.
There's a cat meowing really loudly. He's a...
If you could remove one person from game, who would you remove and who would you replace them with?
I will get solo killed. I will probably lose, but look how
you can remove one person from Gen G and replace them.
I respect it.
Doran for Keen, I guess. Doran's been doing really well though, I think.
Put that one together.
I think part of the issue as
I think Doran's improved a lot this summer. He's been playing much better.
Dundon, obviously, if you're playing a pick like this, if you're playing like this heavy lifesteal Trundle,
Caedrel ate the hamster. It'll be out on his YouTube this weekend. That is not true. That is fake. Do not believe that.
Into a Nocturne who's very good at killing things in the side lane, and also an Azir who can probably just hold
XPP plus Chomik equals XPP Chomik.
With pretty low risk.
My chat can do math.
He was standing on top of a ward as Peter is
a kill. Ooh, this is big plays. They have damage?
Carrier tries to save him, but it's not going to work out. They turn the lights off, but he still dies in the dark, unfortunately. And Blastcone is going to disengage. Sandsoldier's getting a bit
This should be a wipe by T1. Surely they can't throw this game. That's not a curse, by the way.
That first shuffle around the Herald,
you ate me, Pedro. Shut up.
A lot of plates taken as well.
Yeah, able to push Fiesta out, of course. Rift Herald helping out there as Dundon. Oh dear, there's an angry Ornn. But he puts down, once again, you know, this is going to give you a bunch more lifesteal, exactly. Yeah. King's Tribute also, I believe, still exists. Trundle's gone through a couple of different changes, but you get a bunch of health back.
Release me from your bowels. How has this become a thing now?
Kind of works. And so Dundon, he's going to go back to base now. We'll see whether he can afford the Ravenous Hydra as that
30 CS up.
It's been so long since I've seen a Ravenous Hydra built.
Top is, I mean, I think Trundle will start to win now just because of his champion. Even though I think his lane was obviously completely griefed. Azir went Crown this game against Kai'Sa via Nautilus, understandable. But the Xayah Rakan, I feel like Xayah Rakan is a T1 classic, you know. You're losing a game or you're struggling. How do we fix it all? We picked Xayah Rakan for the boys. Guma Keria.
Electricity, yeah. That would really suck.
That would be really annoying if we had those.
That he just built on, like, even on, like, AP champions.
I was actually expecting Dundon to build it because, you know, you generally do struggle with...
I will say that Zeus and Guma have just carried this whole series. Keria did fine. I think, like, his last game and this game has been doing really well. Just there was a few Alistar flashes, which I don't know where he was going.
King's Tribute's going to be able to do that for you.
Exactly. Think how much wave clear he'd have.
Why are you guys saying remove it?
You know,
shut up.
Plus, how is Ornn supposed to itemize?
It's fucking funny when people are writing, end my suffering. That's just... Caedrel cancel it, so I was created. Shut up.
There's no counterplay.
There isn't. And you might say that Nongshim would then have too much magic damage, or maybe it's all about getting on to the same magic flavor so that you're there together for the synergy.
You know, as great as Ravenous Hydra might be on Trundle top lane,
Carrier, just let's hold that thought for a moment, as the Trundle may be dead.
Yeah, that champ is not that useful, is it?
Potentially die. Yeah, there we go. You know what? Owner's going to be able to grab that kill.
That champ is not that useful.
Ravenous Hydra you lose stacks on death. I'm not sure this is a good item for Dundon.
Okay.
Oh, Carrier.
Assist going to come through onto
Oh,
Carrier.
Rakan.
He is burning. Takes a last auto as he's ticking down. He gets the heal.
He had to go back in.
And he's still going to die. So
He had to go back in to proc his Q to survive the ignite.
It. As Call of the Forge God calms down, Sylvie not quite dead just yet, but he is so incredibly close. Decides to go back in as well. Okay, gentleman's agreement there on that one, I guess. His owner's going to block the Void Seeker. Very nicely done. We don't get the pullback onto Jiwoo, so he will be able to survive. As Poby inside the cage for the moment. A glass case of emotion, one could say. I don't think he had a glass of milk, though. And the Dark Matter falling from the sky. A few more of these Sand Soldier autos, and Fiesta may just cark it, but he is actually going to be all right.
Wow, that is a big turret plating difference. And you know what? I feel like this is kind of...
I came from Caedrel's scrotum. What the fuck are you guys writing with this emote now?
He doesn't really vibe with the rest of the composition. And yet, Dundon's just overextended. Not much you can really do in this situation. Goes down, and then in this extended play,
Carrier, like here, he W's out, he E's, but he Qs, but here I think he thinks he's dying to ignite, so he tries to E and get the heal to live, but then he dies to the auto. Maybe it's better that he dies to ignite, because then he dies to Nautilus instead of dying to Kai'Sa. If he dies to Kai'Sa, it's obviously worse. Stop spamming this shit!
Yeah.
And still got health to spare.
And Jiwoo also just walked into the Fall of the Forge God. It was a very strange situation.
I mean, the Q will proc solo, right, eventually, but I think he thought he was dying before it. Which I guess, like, it's not a mistake, it's just...
Close to soul point, and that is a pretty good soul
I think he should just give the kill to...
Going to be up in 2 minutes' time.
Oh, and once again,
Carrier.
Same theme the whole game, whole series.
How the fuck did Vi get here?
Owner's red buff.
Yeah.
It's almost an obsession, it feels, at this point.
It does feel a little bit like it's something that's not about winning the game.
It's about sending a message.
Exactly. And the message is, I would like your red buff, please. And
what are you guys writing, man?
I would like your Nexus, please. Would you like to trade? And if Sylvie says yes,
okay, he went Ravenous Hydra, Cull, right. Boots of Swiftness, Trundle.
That's how that one goes.
I feel like if Zaya auto attacks him 4 times, he's dead, even with Trundled.
You know, I'll take
Crown
it.
proc.
You drive a hard bargain, but I'll take it.
5k gold lead, 5.5. The thing is, the annoying thing for Zeus is, despite this Trundle being absolutely useless,
just demonstrating that the item
he can't win side lane. This guy heals way too much on the wave. He like gets full HP on the wave. He's gonna TP back, but he doesn't have probably has TP. Yeah, there's no kill here. Is the Trundle build just full split push, I wonder? Like, does he just go like Hullbreaker, Sunder or some dog shit like this and then just ult the Ornn in his face while he's hitting the tower?
Don't understand.
Ah, it's Degenerate side lane. Is it worth the last pick Degenerate side lane against Nocturne, Rakan? Either your team's getting engaged on or you're getting engaged on side lane.
And that, I think Dundon's just trying to throw his hands off this game.
I mean, I
feel like if they have any other jungler, I get it, but Nocturne...
And put Zaya's top. Like, no, we want...
Maybe Trundle later on can 1v2 them.
Azir into Trundle, and then immediately Nongshim swap, and they're like, no, we wanted the other way around. And I'm waiting for the other swap to come round, and then just keep doing this all game. Why
does he go cleanse on Zaya? I'm not sure really. Maybe he thought there was no value in Ghost because they have hard engage, right? And as much as he can use it to run away, I think he's not really running away from that. So maybe cleanse just helps with value of like ignite. Nautilus auto attack to cleanse ult, cleanse flash out, I'm not sure. I think Cage is the least likely thing to happen. I think Ghost or heal could have been good as well, but yeah. A lot of AD carries just love cleanse.
Well, Jiwoo, he's going to go towards the mid lane.
Because cleanse flash is just quite powerful, I think. Like the cleanse flash out in fights. Okay, this Vi has been cooking for like the last 3 minutes for this play.
As Sylvie comes on in. Okay, so Poby, he's going to be the sacrificial Azir. He will be taken down here as now.
Like Zeus can't win, it's so annoying for him. Look at this red Trundle champ. He's going Hullbreaker as well. This is the problem with side laning.
Oh yeah, that's a knock-up as Dundon does use the
There's just no way.
Can he avoid it? No, he cannot.
Look at that red champ. Look at him healing on the wave. Look at his healing. It's so dumb.
And now Jiwoo is coming round for the gank. Dundon going to get some work done on this turret as Jiwoo.
Oh my god, this really is a side laner. The problem with side laning these days.
A little bit of extra money. So there we go. That's
what did the Crepo say? Reminder, all acting is banned during the actor strike, so no longer have to act like Heretic is actually a top 3 team.
bounty.
Shut the fuck up, Crepo.
Yeah, true. Unless you're like a real coconut fan.
Yeah.
But I'm...
You know, I like coconut. Still not a big fan of bounties.
Yeah. It's not that good. As carrier is...
Yeah, side laning these days is just really not that good. Because by the time the side laner is ramped up,
so he's dead.
there's an Infernal Drake. There's a soul fight, you know. Luckily for T1 they've got early Drakes because their bot was winning. If this was a game state where Drake's situation was even and Nongshim was like 1-1 in Drakes with T1, this game would be pretty tricky. But they stack Drakes, which is the counter to this. That's why Jax is kind of powerful, because he doesn't take that long to ramp up. He just needs one mythic, and then he can get side prio. But also he's useful in fights.
Maybe get a drink during that time. Like, I know my fate, I'm done.
I guess, Crepo, if we don't have to act like Heretics is a top 3 team, then we don't have to pretend that SK is a top 6, right?
Shirley is going to get a bit of a headache, but get some work done here to this inner turret. As Nongshim trying desperately to hang on in this game. It does certainly feel like they are under a lot of pressure.
Actually, I don't mess with Crepo. This guy, I think Crepo will just, he'll always hit back harder. I can't.
We didn't really see, like, yes, this is Nongshim picking Trundle.
I know where you live.
Time, but it's not like the Nongshim that we saw last week.
I hope you forgot my address.
Belief in their ability to win the game, no matter what, right? Which
in game? Oh yeah, dude, I live on the Raptor camp. That's where I am.
Last week.
I live on the Raptor camp.
Certainly very different.
But they didn't have Trundle. They didn't have Trundle top last week, so that's a difference maker. It's shaken them.
They had that with pre-Shiv LeBlanc top though, as Peter is still flashing. They're still going for things, and Dundon still going to be able to get a turret. Grand entrance, not going to quite find Mark. Emperor's
in the
Divide
fountain.
also does absolutely nothing. But I think Sylvie's still dead. There's the knock-up as well onto the Viger, who is going to get booped back once again. Peter going to get caught out of position as well, though, as
the Trundle is cooking.
The bottom lane. Let's go. Look at him. He's hitting it really, really hard multiple times. He's got pants. See, look in his inventory. He's got cool shoes. He's got the Ravenous Eye. He's tanking the turret and eats it. There we go. Baron's going to go down. But let's cut that back down towards the Trundle. It's a lot of fun. Jiwoo might die though, so I guess we're going to have to stick here. Teleport in from Fiesta.
Keria was just ignoring that TP.
That's a killer instinct. Okay, Jiwoo. He has absolutely no mana now. And T1,
but they saved the tower
away from it.
They saved the tower, and a lot of objective bounties picked up for Nongshim by this Trundle.
Bro,
Hullbreaker now
he's got the Hullbreaker now. This is it. The Trundle is unleashed.
The intention is to
oh fuck, they have Nash.
Which I think makes sense into T1's composition. But I also think that, you know, actually I was going to say, I feel like Poby should be able to like hold him comfortably in the side lane, but his build isn't really the best for killing a Trundle.
No, and I don't think...
Ooh, my doorbell rang, 1 sec.
I think it's still fine if you just put on, because I think Zeus has been doing A-okay in the matchup.
I wonder what it...
Peter is in a bit of trouble.
He does have his tower there.
He does. Doesn't have flash though, and Owner is just hitting him a bunch of times with his scythe arms, and Sylvie was here, but he's not actually...
Yeah, Zeus is the one who shows up, so you're a bit like, well, I'm not killing him anytime soon, so you should probably recall.
Yeah.
About now.
Oh no, it's the long con. He waits for Peter to respawn. They don't know that he's here. Teleport available for Dundon. Fiesta's going to have to flash. Fiesta, you can't die. Otherwise, Sylvie's going to be there.
At what point
for like
do you
another
stop
minute.
Waiting here? Like, at what point has it been enough
time?
When
you stop believing, Orcs, that's when you stop. And you know what? It's not going to be now. Not for Sylvie. He's making his way out. Owner now. Not going to be out of fear, Dundon. Dundon's not afraid of anything at all. He's just chomping one after the other. Sylvie coming on in. And there is the call of the Forge God. He once again takes down the Ornn, but now can T1 find the team fight? That's wiped off the face of Summoner's Rift by Poby. The double kill comes forward. It's a double for Owner as well.
What am I missing? What am I missing?
Double central here.
I'm missing the end of the game. Fuck's sakes.
One of these guys, but instead T1.
I'm missing the end of the game.
That's
not over actually.
And say goodnight to this particular series.
Yeah, I mean the theory there, get a long flank, go for a pick. I think it's pretty
Poby
good.
pentakill?
Trying to chase into the Azir and the Zyre afterwards.
Shut up, Poby pentakill.
Yeah, there were positives and negatives,
Dude,
I think.
when people write...
the positives was when he wasn't dead.
When people write my second name, they put Mark and an L. They don't put Mark L. This is what I hate about my initials. Ooh, Guma.
Gonna kill Jiwoo. There we go. Featherstorm hitting him this time.
So
the dredge line.
Generally, when you're playing into Zyre,
Clean.
you want to avoid being between Hero and her feathers.
Got it.
And I think
Because-
Nongshim may be struggling with that concept a little bit right now.
I'm really glad that we've got you here to tell us what we need to know in case we encounter these issues in our solo queue games.
Yeah, that's what I'm here for.
Thank you so much.
Probably
Ops.
really loud, actually. Sorry.
That's going to spell a 10,000 gold lead. We have Infernal Soul available. The Baron power play is cresting 6,000.
Hedgerow L.
Pretty big.
But 1 second is going to go down.
Yeah.
So 5.5k.
That is so funny. Ha ha ha.
T1
Shut up.
Obliterating
Degenerate.
at this stage of the game. 18-5 is
It's
the
fine.
score
It's
as
good.
well.
He's flanking.
It has not been close.
He's
Who's
playing
your
the long
front runner
con.
for POG right now, as you can see.
Isn't there
score
idea
lines
like the
looking
Kai'Sa
pretty even.
Veigar needs to clear
Even the
wave and
Rakan
Trundle needs to side lane?
having 4
I think
kills.
Trundle needs to side lane, ult Ornn in his face,
I'm leaning towards a carry
and then just hit towers, but he can't get the waves in. Because he's scared of Nocturne, just right-clicking bot. You see the minimap? This is the problem with side lane against Nocturne. He right-clicks in one direction and now your play is gone.
I think Guma's been good as well, but I think Carrier had a lot of impact in those early plays.
Yeah, he decided to just kill him.
감정을 담아서 해버렸네.
ATP 24 minutes as well.
불공하면 맞았다.
He's having a very good time as he
Guma
can see the
Uzi.
smile on Ganushi's face.
Wow.
Paranoia towards the bottom side. Can you
Wait, maybe he
kill
can win those.
Dundon? Is the question as Poby's killing Sylvie
No,
off to
he's
the other
changed his seat.
side. Dundon's trying his very best not to be scared, but he is scared, and he is going to be
That's the
taken
problem with
down.
side
Good
lane
work
against
there by
Nocturne.
Jonas Strong to try and
So the
cover
idea of the last
two
pick,
fights at
respect.
the same time. Is now
But
Fiesta
yeah,
is
not
dead.
surprised.
Well, I mean, he's not. Well, yeah, but he is. You know, but he wasn't straight away.
Yeah, there was some time.
yeah.
You get to hesitate. You're like, wait.
Ronan
Yeah.
Manara.
And then he is.
But I do
You know,
think Trundle top
Do I?
has a good position
I'm not sold
in some
on
games.
Trundle. I'm unconvinced.
Oh, really? it took you until
Definitely
now.
not in this one.
It took you until now to,
I
let us know.
was here or there.
Uh-huh.
I'm confirming it. Not sold. It does
Ye
not
of
have
little faith. Ye of little faith.
Oh, is it the 1-in-6 power spike?
I mean, he needs another death, and then he's at full power. That's what we know.
See,
of
you were
Dundon.
doubting
hasn't got his
T1 and
mythic
now
yet.
they're stomping. Okay,
As
listen.
Vega cannot press
I'm a
R
T1
on
enjoyer.
Ganushi.
Okay,
Because
I'm sure a lot of
Ganushi
people are
presses
T1
R.
enjoyers. When T1's winning, it's nice to see. When T1's
not gonna
losing,
target
it kind of
this game,
sucks, because I want to see T1 at Worlds and I want to see them compete at Worlds.
Towards the AD carry, not actually finding anything.
To say that T1 is stomping
The AD carry.
is a very difficult thing to say, because they're playing against the last place team in the league.
You know, that
They're stomping them.
posturing very aggressively. Keto.
I think the Damwon series
He is possibly
will
gonna
let
die.
us know
don't
the
think I want
situation
that.
a bit better, because Owner Carrier
Zayas, he's
are
gonna
having
call
some
the
happy
ram.
games.
They are gonna get the knockout.
Not too
Bloody
happy,
does
but a little bit
manage to
happy.
buffer the
And especially
Dreadline.
against a bad
Look at this,
team.
Peter just wandering it out. Oh, there's the cage. It's gonna
You know,
work
like
out to help him,
that,
but the
for example, by
Sandstorm just come
Carrier,
in.
that's
And,
happening a bit too many
Stanley
times for my
Holmes, they
liking.
get a kill on Carrier.
You know, you saw what
that
happened
was a
there?
good trade,
That's
but
happened a
it-
few
like, I
times.
felt like that entire time they were stalling.
That
recalls,
engage
so
right
then they
there.
could push, but he just
Even though they're
TP'd
winning,
back.
against
So
a better
now he can
team,
no
whew,
longer
that's
push.
gonna sting.
Yeah.
So, not ideal. We'll see the replay. You know, I feel like there's a lot on display here. So it doesn't get hit by the ult from Zeus, and he just dies.
Yeah. He did have Subjugate running, but I think
JDG lost to IG.
Owner.
Yeah, the two best teams in the world lost to IG this week.
Tanky stats.
I heard.
That the Ornn has. Sylvie takes so much damage from this Azir. Level 15, and you can see these Sand Soldiers really starting to tear people apart.
Probably for the best we don't see the rest of that play.
You can't see the Baron as well.
Wait.
Oh,
You
no! You have to go in!
Excuse me.
Owner.
The Baron is down extraordinarily
Just
low.
finish.
Paranoia comes on in. They're not going to be, and that's just a free Baron.
Thanks for
It was almost kind of cool.
No, I gotta see it.
Poby's just
Respect,
gonna win
though.
the game.
That was a
Owner is
really
going to
good
go down
call.
to a
Just
GA,
fucking flip it.
and Poby's gonna
Sneak it
try
away.
and he's-
Nocturne was like,
Showing
huh?
a little bit of pizzazz
What
here
the
for young
hell?
player, as the Ram comes through, and the Veigar is not going home. Not today, as Dundon just gets trolled by the Sand Soldiers. Poby's playing with him, and he's going to be able to lock down the kill. Manages to get the other one. Carrier steals it away, but Poby,
T1
he's
won a
taken that
series.
kill in my heart, ladies
That's
and
big confidence
gentlemen.
boost.
T1, they will be able
Now,
to take
good
down
luck first
the
time one.
Nexus, and 2-0 Nongshim Welcome back, T1.
I think Poby playing champs that don't have to engage.
You know, a lot of people will be like, well, it's just
I know Azir is like kind of an engager, but it's like a mid-fight engager, not an early fight engager. Like any. I think Poby on damage dealers like that,
Nongshim, on the other hand,
bit better.
they always handle their losses pretty gracefully.
As Gumayusi's calling for someone to come over. I wonder who it was. Couldn't see who it was.
Is he getting Faker on stage?
Okay, oh, it's Poby. He needs to come over and do a bit of fist bump. And there he is. So just didn't quite know what to do after a victory here.
Guma's micromanaging his mid laner.
This is his first one.
Oh, true. That's actually a good point I hadn't thought about.
Is it a Poby POG angle?
I don't think it's a bad vote. It's not my personal vote, but I think it's a good vote.
I think the carry angle.
He didn't know what to do when he wins. He was like, "Oh wait, I have to shake their hands."
To give it to the new guy, I think you try and take, and I think it's.
Yeah, Dundun had a terrible series.
You can justify.
That guy got rolled by Zeus.
Having a very good time. I think Zeus also probably going to get quite a few. A solo POG for him after a huge return to form this week. He was out of sorts.
Yep.
In the previous week.
You know, even managed to handle the super secret Canopic Trundle.
Manhandle?
Yeah.
With grace.
Oh, it's. But I mean.
I want to see the interview. I want to see who they interview. I want the Gumayusi interview.
That have memories, and they can think back. And it was Tile that did it. He was a member of SKT.
Yep.
They knew the strat. He was walking straight into them.
What the fuck is that?
As Gumayusi's asking for
what
a
is that?
call.
What champ is that?
That was 2. It's a pretty cool celebration now. I wonder whether that one's going to be number 1.
That was, you know,
that of next week. As Carrier just looking like he would like to go home and play more mid lane in solo queue.
I think that was like the most energetic ceremony that we've seen probably for a while.
I was wondering, like,
that.
Is he swimming or is it another anime thing that I don't understand that Chronicler roll his eyes at me at?
Seems like I think
Rumble.
It's an anime thing,
yeah, is
honestly.
it one of those things?
Yeah,
you understand it?
No, not at all.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm an old man.
You're one of the.
Oh, he was swimming.
Okay. Maybe it's probably.
He's got some
JoJo
cute
reference,
plushies.
According to Chronicler, because everything is. Oh, what is it? The new jeans? Something denim related. That could be another thing.
You're losing me.
Yeah, well, I've lost myself. Don't you worry.
Bye-bye, Guma.
As T1, well-deserved victory over Nongshim here. We're
nice
gonna have
game.
a look at how it all started. Jiwoo having a very
Who do you give
off
poke
day
to, chat?
today.
I feel like Guma probably gets it from me.
Not the best day.
He's smash bottling.
You know, he was cooking.
He was. Look, I don't know whether. Like,
As much as Poby did like a cool
this is the thing.
Azir play on Herald.
So was he having a bad time? Was it even necessarily
Gumayusi was
like
fishing lane.
what he meant?
He was probably having a great time.
Yeah.
The entire, you know, I'm not even sure this isn't how he wanted the game to go.
Precisely. We're all in Dundun's world. And,
Poby had a
he
poke play.
dictates,
Really?
how we're supposed to live.
When?
As Poby finding this moment. It's another
The
one
Drake
to
fight that I
justify
missed?
those potential votes. I think there should be a few going over to mid lane this time around. Not quite as clear cut as in the last series. So a little bit unfortunate there. And whoopsies kind of across the board here for Nongshim.
They'll probably show it now.
You can see that they were feeling
I'm
the
almost on
pressure.
eating and then we can pace it up
Pressing a
again.
lot of buttons to kill Poby here. Poby soaking some cooldowns, as we like to say.
Why do you write Mark Robert Lamont? I can't.
Yeah, and also, I mean,
What's wrong with my name?
He's cooldowns here, so, you know, doing some good work. But yeah, this
This one?
was that final moment where they get the first pick, that's pretty good. And then the feathers. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was more
Maybe a
carrier. He just
fear
KS'd
of
him.
birds developed by Nongshim after this game.
What is that called?
I'm not sure.
Avian phobia?
That's what I was thinking. But it probably isn't.
No, I don't think it is. It doesn't sound right. Yeah. We'll just have
Oh,
to
Caedrel, you're a
maybe,
Poby hater.
Maybe Twitch chat could let us know in the break. Or something like that. As Carrier just doing front flips as they head towards the Nexus. Must be a good feeling to finally be back on the front foot here. Of course, their next matchup this week is going to be against D+ Kia, so
bit of a
should
step
be
up.
a step up. Yeah,
damn on Kia.
opposition. I don't know how much Canna has been practicing the Trundle top, but it might be that he'll have a better performance than Dundun if he does.
Poby carry.
A big excited to see
Hell
him
yeah,
out.
brother.
I would be so excited to see whether Canna could potentially play it because I just
Loving
really
the
like
streams
Trundle.
and the
I think his
2v2
dance is
content.
absolutely
The
fantastic.
laugh was great.
Yeah,
How much love, bro?
and it used to be that you could hit people
My
with a
fingers
muffler
hurt, chat.
and you
Why?
could wear one pink Converse shoe.
Like here.
Took it away forever. Jumped
Here.
that Trundle, bring
Here.
back the
This one
original.
here.
It was definitely
In the
silliest
middle-esque
looking
of the
skin
fingers. It feels like they're stuck.
in League of Legends history.
Not on my
I think
right hand, though.
I am digressing enough. Let's throw it over to the space
My left
to
hand.
break down the
And I
T1.
play tennis with my right hand, so it's weird that it's on my left hand.
Junkyard Trundle, bring back the original. Thank you, Atlas and Ox, for that wonderful cast on the day. As well, we do have another series.
Is that
so we'll be
Carpal
back a
Tunnel?
little bit later, but,
You already had
that was T1
Carpal Tunnel
taking it
like
down
5 years ago.
What did you guys think about that game, which was a little bit more stompy than
I had Carpal Tunnel 5 years ago.
Not close.
It was fucking shit. It was so fucking painful. Even like opening the fridge hurt.
I wasn't a huge fan of the.
But then I got better.
Here from Nongshim, I think it had a lot of holes.
And now
in
it's getting
it,
worse again.
The Trundle pick, it was problematic at best, to be honest with you guys. Like, obviously the late phase can be quite hard for Trundle to play out. Who and I were talking about it during the
NATO
game
made a
itself,
World War III hype video.
Level 5, not respecting the level 6, really warps this game. He falls super far behind. And then against Nocturne, he's also building Ravenous, where he's going to lose his stacks constantly. Just felt like there wasn't really a setup here for them to win this game. Also the Veigar here with Vi, just not really the setup that you're looking for, unfortunately.
Shut the fuck up. My stream crashed. North Macedonia, Finland. Bro, nice trader. Okay, when does it start? When does it start? How does it start? How does it start? When does it start?
And see what happened here with the first 3 kills that we did have in the game, all going the way of T1.
Ox pointed out, you gotta flash this knockup or you're dead.
The dance pad girl who beat Elden Ring also beat Sekiro before you with a dance pad.
For the Ornn, it's not respected.
So what?
Unfortunately here for Dindon, I mean, you pick this matchup, it's a
so
counter
what?
because of the ultimate more than anything else, but in the lane, you're
What
going
is
to
this?
get down by that brittle, and then he's in kill range when level 6 is hit.
Yeah, I mean, this is only one
5명 뭉치는 게 짱입니다. 5명 뭉쳐있으면 짱이라고.
Like, that's it.
블리츠 크랭크.
They even bottom, like, they play a game, like, it's constantly they're getting dual kill by just,
자, 저기
you know,
와드.
carry it, pressing by double.
어?
What?
이거 뭐야?
Like, 농심내
비비기.
They stacked on Azir and it pushed him over the wall? Bro, he was between 2 gigatons, Blitzcrank and Gragas. It pushed him over the wall. What the fuck?
이거 뭐야? 비비기.
That's cringe.
1분 비비기처럼.
That's crazy. Will you coach him? Shut up.
You saw that, like, unfortunately for Nongshim, they were already set so far behind. Their composition doesn't have great win conditions. That was a really rough time.
Definitely was, and the pain didn't stop there for Nongshim. We can take a look at highlight 2, and you know, you don't have a great composition early. What do? Team fight on the Herald, of course. And this really came back to bite Nongshim.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, Nongshim was just basically the lane phase.
What's the plan? The plan is simple, chat. The plan is simple. We're gonna watch. We're gonna wait for the interview because I want to see if they say anything about Faker or the situation in T1 or anything, or Bengi. Then we're gonna go. It's gonna be 30-minute break LCK. We're gonna watch Genji DRX because DRX is on an upswing. Pulse champ if they beat Genji. Doubt it, but it'll be funny. They lost at Damon though, so probably not. And we're gonna watch the Shy. And then after the Shy, we're gonna after the Shy, we're gonna kill the Guardian Ape. I mean, we're gonna play Welcome to the Game 2. We're not gonna kill the Guardian Ape. Fuck the Guardian Ape. Guardian Ape can suck my nuts.
So like, they're just like, well, there's no way they can win this fight. Gonna have to get out of the pit and then retreat, and then they end up getting those chase.
Guardian Ape can suck my nuts. Is there a game we can play in like the intermittent?
Essentially over at this moment.
Intermittent.
We also saw Sylvie on long con flanks because they couldn't ever team fight. They were behind, but their composition doesn't even have like a well.
Play a game of 2v2v2. Has the meta changed in 2v2v2v2v2?
He's gonna get some gold bounties, and we got a Vi over here. Maybe they'll walk into it. You can just see that.
Play only up. I reckon if I played only up right now, I could do the whole thing in one go.
Yeah, well, we can take a look at the POG here.
Actually, let's do one only up run. One.
Let's see who does.
I think we do my PB. We do one only up run PB.
Lots of W's in for free juicy kills that were given over, and yeah, he had a great.
I know the bets.
Yeah, I mean, enjoy your time for once.
They changed the map, really? Did they?
Like an exact time that when he actually did it. Like, I mean, these things like definitely did. It ends the game. Like just
having dual kills straight up like 2 times in a row. And as I said it from the highlight too,
if you can do it before the next game, I'll gift you a sub. Okay, challenge accepted. If I can complete only up before the next game starts, you gift a sub. If not, I gift you a sub.
Beating a dead horse.
Deal.
He's just like, I got him. I'm like, yeah, okay. But for me, we voted for Guma. We thought he had a pretty consistent performance. Keria got him ahead though, so chicken and egg situation there. I'm a little surprised there's no Zeus votes. I thought he had a pretty fantastic game as well.
For owner votes, he also pressed R and attacked.
Mods, Gambite, mods, Gambite, mods. I'm getting a sub. No, I meant the guy in chat, not all of you. I'm not gifting 10k subs. Shut up. We're gonna listen to the interview.
Thank you guys. This is Dear for the POG interview translation. We are here joined by Zeus and Keria on the side of T1. Congratulations.
No G-Sun.
Now T1 was able to break their consecutive loss. How do you feel, Zeus?
What
on a day like this,
999 subs.
Today I feel like usually you would just come into the stage saying, telling yourself that maybe you'll probably win, but I feel like lately we haven't been in the place to actually say that. It wasn't very comfortable, but we're glad that we won. Keria, we knew that we wouldn't have an easy game today, but I feel like I'm just glad to say that I had an enjoyable match today.
It was fun. I'm not surprised. Solo killing everyone was fun.
As you guys have mentioned, it was T1's first consecutive loss after 2 years. Given so, maintaining the right team atmosphere must have been crucial. And Zeus, what kind of conversation did you have to overcome this? I don't think we really went through as much hardship after I got promoted to LCK, but I feel like this experience is helping me learn a lot on how to deal with that. Keria, how about you? Regarding how to bring up the atmosphere and the team.
Why is everyone doubting?
I feel like whenever the team has a bad atmosphere, like there's a lot of there's a lot to do with your mentality, so I make sure to focus on that. It looks like you guys went to Jeju Island last weekend. Was the trip helpful? Yeah, I had a lot of fun. And Zeus, yeah, I really like Jeju Island.
Jeju Island. So their mental needs to get better.
And Poby must have felt a lot of pressure from being called up last minute. So did you say anything nice to him after the win? This kid, his personality, it just doesn't feel like he's high school student. So, and he tends to be pretty bold, so it's actually pretty nice.
Holy, just comes in and tells him what to do.
Feels like the veterans have something to learn from the rookie as well. In game 1, your Gnar was quickly banned, so how did that make you feel? I felt like I was getting respected. It was really good. Felt great. And so, how crucial was Rumble in the comp from game 1? Rumble as a champion right now is just so OP right now.
Rumble's OP.
And I feel like right now you almost have to center your comp around Rumble. I just think he's really good. Would you say that it seems like he would rank him as tier 1? And in game 1, there was a huge damage burst in the narrow pathway. Let's take a look at this replay. And there was a Rumble and Xayah wombo combo that just 100 to 0 everything. So how did this happen? So yeah, there's a little bit of team fight that opened up, so I went to extinguish, act like a firefighter here, but I didn't expect that it was going to be this good. It really demonstrated the synergy between these two champions. And Carrier, in game 2, your team blind picked Azir and locked Saya Rakan in. So was there a shift in game 1 where you guys wanted to go with strong side bot? When we went with the comp in game 1, I feel like we wanted to go for a comp where we could bully the enemy support, so we went with this comp. And you were able to get Rakan on an 8 winning streak, so why do you think he's doing so well? I feel like the way that Rakan works is really good with the in terms of improving synergy within our team, so I think he's just really good. And Zeus, Dundun brought out his top Trundle, so how unexpected was that? Yeah, we were definitely not expecting that at all, but when we saw the pick, we saw, wow, he's bold, maybe it's a good pick. And so this is actually a discussion that took before your debut, but there's always been a heated debate about the Ornn versus Trundle matchup, so what's your stance on it? From the way I see it, in a 1v1, I feel like when Trundle with the right rune and item, I feel like Trundle would definitely win in 1v1.
Okay, well, since you doesn't have any juice.
And so many fans are concerned about Faker's arm injury, as you can see from all the posters that the fans are holding up. So how is he doing? He still comes to work, and so we would talk about the game. I feel like he's been going to the hospital consistently, he's recovering, but we tend to talk about the game very often. And Carrier? I'm really curious to see when he will fully recover, but I think he's doing good.
Faker!
So would you like to share a word for Faker's recovery? I'm sure you're watching us right now, Faker. We're taking Poby and we're managing, so take your time and get your I hope for your full recovery soon. And so your next opponent will be D+ Kia. Please say your resolution. Like with the clean 2-0 victory, maybe we're in a position to say, well, maybe we're good. I feel like right now, I don't think there's a team that we will lose to.
Ooh, they're gonna clap them.
And Carrier. Like, today's performance was pretty good, and I was a little nervous about the next match, but I feel like it's going to be doable. Like, Poby's doing really well too, and the rest of the players are doing well. I'll just make sure that I do well.